Joining us right now is Nadine Beyer from Winona Volunteer Services and Deb McClellan from Live Well Winona, and we're going to talk about getting moving, and that's always important, especially when we get into these, I don't know, do you call them the dog days of winter? I think it's more the dog days of summer, but we kind of get into these doldrums and we don't get outside because of the cold and whatnot. So maybe Nadine, you can just give us a real brief rundown of what we're talking about.
Well, I did a little survey at Volunteer Services, and people told me that, yeah, I know I don't get exercise, and I would like something to help me get motivated. And with that information, we started to talk about this, and knowing that Live Well Winona also is interested in getting people out and active, we put our heads together, and this class is what we came up with.
And tell us a little bit about what this class is going to entail, Deb.
Okay, well, it starts out, it's about an hour-long class, and what we do is get together, get a little moving, get warmed up, get the blood flowing a little bit. And what's really fun is I incorporate things into this class that are household items that anybody can find at home. So you don't need to have a set of hand weights or an exercise machine. So we get all moving and warmed up, and then we take a little walk into the store at Volunteer Services, and we find our weights, our hand weights. And it can be anything from canned goods to bags of beans or flour, rice, whatever each member feels comfortable with. And that's the only prop besides a chair that we use in an hour-long exercise program.
I once heard somebody say, when it comes to getting motivated, some people say, well, I want to go to a gym, but I got to check them all out and this and that. And he says, what you really need is just someone behind you standing there yelling, run.
You're exactly right. True. The very first week we met, I had asked the group, what are your obstacles? What is it that, why don't you get moving and get exercise? And, you know, a few of them, some of the comments were time. Mostly it was just the ambition and the motivation. So what I tried to do is discuss with them not to bite off more than they can chew. I always use the adage, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. You can set a goal, and I asked them all to set a goal, but not to make it so big and unattainable. Not I'm going to go run a triathlon. Just to set a small little goal, and we actually gave them a worksheet and asked them to write that goal down, and then we gave them little worksheets also to record what they're doing each week, and we didn't ask them to turn it in, it's their own private worksheet, but that helps people stay on track. Nadine and I can't be standing behind them and yelling at them to run, but it's a reminder that they should just get up for, you know, even if it's 10 minutes a day, get up, get moving, and I think that the more you do that, the easier it becomes.
Mm-hmm. We talked too about ways you can even fool yourself into getting active by saying, I really don't feel like this, but okay, I'll do it for 5 minutes. Once you just start, then you find you keep going, and very often then you can find, 10, 15 minutes have actually gone by and you've been moving. So whatever it takes to get started, and hopefully this class gets people started, and then they'll take it home and do more.
Continue. Mm-hmm.
Now, when we air this, you will have had 3 of these sessions completed, and there are going to be 3 more. And you don't need to be in all 6 of them, right? They're all individual, self-standing sessions.
We committed to 6 weeks, and hoping that we would have people coming from during those 6 weeks that will want to come back. So we're saying, 6 weeks, we're telling everybody that this is happening, but we're ready to continue beyond that every week. So
before we run out of time, these classes are going to be continuing in the first 3 weeks of February. Yes. What days, time, and how do people sign up for those, or do they just walk in?
Thursday at 10 o'clock and at 402 East 2nd Street. And it's open to the public.
Yes.
All
ages, sizes, shapes.
Come down on a Thursday at 10.
Yep.
volunteer services.
It's fun. It really is fun.
Sounds
There's
fun.
a little sense of community too. You know, it might be exercising, but it's social too. We have fun.
Yeah, because it isn't a gym, I think in that way it feels a little more comfortable to some
A
people.
little less threatening.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Exactly.
All right. Well, thank you, Deb and Nadine, for coming in to tell us a little bit about these wonderful Thursdays coming up and happening at Winona Volunteer Services.
All right, thank you, Dave.
Thank you.